Break the board sports NBA on the hardwood Monday. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Click that like, hit subscribe. Running down through the NBA slate here today. Let's start out with the Cleveland Cavaliers visiting the Indiana Pacers. Now, Cavaliers laying 6.5. Your over under in this 232.5. 58% of the ticket count, 42% of the handle going to the over 232.5. 42% of ticket count, 58% of the handle going to the under in this one. As far as the side goes, 66% of ticket count, 69% of the handle going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, laying the 6.5. The injury riddled Indiana Pacers, man, it's just a sad story after that team. Deep run in the playoffs last year to the NBA Finals. Only now all the injuries, 34% of the ticket count, 31% of the handle going to them. Now, injury report, let's run down through this. Lonzo Ball didn't play yesterday. Doesn't really know if he's going to go today, so we'll keep up on that as the day goes on. Jared Allen still out. Larry Nance Jr. out. Max Strus, he's obviously he's still not going to be able to go. Then you got Quentin Jackson for the Pacers. He's out. Aaron Nesmith's out. And then, of course, Obi Toppin, he is out along with Halliburton out for the year. I mean, just injuries all over the board for this Pacer team. When you dive into it here and look at some trends to help you with your handicap, Cleveland, they've been winning, but they haven't been covering. 1-5 against the spread over their last 6. In that same time frame, 2-4, a little bit of a downslide here. Now, the Pacers, though they're not winning, 6-0 against the spread their last 6 matchups, and they're actually 6-1 ATS their last 7 with Cleveland. This rivalry goes back years and years. Pacers are also 4-1 ATS their last 5 home games. 4-16 over their last 20 are the Indiana Pacers. Now, Cavs come in 12-9 straight up, 6-15 ATS. We talked about their ATS troubles, and they're just 4-5 straight up on the road. Now, the Pacers 4-16 straight up, 11-9 ATS. They have yet to win a road game, but the Pacers 4-6 at home. Pacers back-to-back wins against the Bulls and the Wizards. Cavaliers, they've dropped 3 in a row, including last night, 117-115 to the Boston Celtics there last night. When I look at this, I don't really want any parts of the spread in this matchup. If I was going to do anything with this game at all, I would probably look and do the New England Patriots on the money line with the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's minus 130. There have a little NFL NBA moneyline parlay. Other than that, I'm not laying 6.5 on the road with the Cavs and the Pacers back-to-back wins. Every team in the NBA gets hot, gets on a run. One thing I would look at is, and I always talk about this, NBA is the best live betting that you'll ever get. Live betting in the NBA, second half betting, getting value to the original number, all that stuff extremely important here in the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks at the Washington Wizkids. Bucks laying 9.5 on the road, 231.5 is the total. 53% of ticket count, 38% of the handle going over. 47% of ticket count, 62% of the handle going under the 231.5. Now that 9.5 point spread, 72% of ticket count, 81% of the handle, laying the 9.5 with the Bucks. 28% of ticket count, 19% of the handle, taking the hometown Wizkids. Now, Giannis is probable to get the go today for the Bucks, which means there's no way you could take the Wizards. I don't know why you would be thinking about taking the Wizards anyway, but hey, Milwaukee 4-12 ATS over their last 16, and they've only won 1 game out of their last 8 times that they've hit the floor. The Wizards 4-2 ATS against the Bucks, believe it or not. But outside of that, Bucks 4-12 ATS their last 16 and just 1-15 straight up in their last 16. They're also 1-8 straight up their last 8 games at home. Wizards, worst franchise to me. I mean, some people may say the New Jersey Nets, but for me, it's the Wizards hands down. Just 1-6 at home, 5-13 ATS, 2-16 straight up are the Wizards. As to where the Bucks 9-12 straight up. But again, Giannis has been out a lot. Bucks have won 9 of the last 10 matchups. These two teams have played once already this year, back October 22nd in Milwaukee. That game, Milwaukee won 133-120. If you wanted to get out of the juice, you could take Patriots, Cavaliers, Milwaukee Bucks all on the money line plus $1.20. Other than that, I'm either laying 9.5 with the Bucks, or I'm not taking the game at all. But I think you get a better in-play line as the game goes on here. But again, Giannis is probable to get the go for us. Now, next game, Atlanta Hawks at the Detroit Pistons. Pistons laying 9.5. They're getting 51% of ticket handle, 51% of ticket count, 91% of the handle. Hawks 49% of ticket count, 9% of the handle for A-Town. They're 8-4 ATS their last 12, 4-1 straight up their last 5 are the Hawks. Now, Pistons 14-2 straight up their last 16 games, 11-5 ATS in that 16-game run. They're also 5-2 against the spread their last 7 versus the Hawks, and also head-to-head between Pistons and Hawks. The over has hit 7 of the last 8 times. That over-under sets at 234.5 tonight. When you dive in, look at some other stuff here. As far as the injury report goes, Toppin and Porzingis say their game time decision. But Porzingis, man, I just always count him out. And if he takes the floor, it's, just pure luck. Marcus Sasser looks like he is going to be a go tonight. Duncan Robinson for the Pistons, he's questionable with that right ankle sprain. And then Duran, he's probable for tonight. So to get him back in the lineup will be good. And Caris LeVert is probable. Again, when you look at this, I think you can find a better in-game opportunity. I like the Pistons to get across the finish line tonight. Don't want to take 9 with the Hawks. They are 13-8 compared to the Pistons, 16-4, but the Pistons 7-2 on the road. They played once this year back November 18th. The Pistons won that game 120-112 in Atlanta. Now they're home, having to win by another point. Again, I think you can find a really good, you might even be able to get in-game like Hawks plus 15, 16 if the game shakes out correctly. So again, I always encourage live betting in the NBA. It's really hard to get an edge pre-flop in the association. Next game I want to touch on here, Chicago Bulls at the Orlando Magic. Now the Magic are laying 8.5 to the Bulls, over under 240.5, 53% of ticket counts equaling 22% of the handle on the under, 47% of ticket count equaling 78% of the handle to the over. As far as the spread goes, 59% of tickets equaling 31% of the handle are on the Chicago Bulls. 41% ticket count equaling 69% of the handle here is on the Orlando Magic. Bulls have not covered at all in any of their last 6 games, and they're 1-4 straight up their last 5. Orlando, opposite, 5-1 straight up their last 6, 6-1 ATS over their last 7, and they're 6-3 ATS against the Bulls in the last 9 matchups. The over has cashed 6 of the last 7 games for the Magic. Now, on the injury front tonight, Jalen Smith is out for the Bulls. Julian Phillips, he's going to get to go. Banchero and Wagner and Castleton all out there for the Magic. When you dive in, Bulls 9-10. They start off hot. They've really cooled off as of late. 3 losses in a row, and they've lost 4 of their last 5, as we've talked about. Not only are they 3 losses in a row, 3 really bad losses. They've all been on this road trip. Pelicans, Hornets, and Pacers that they've dropped. Magic 7-3 straight up at home. Magic have won back-to-back games, and as we talked about, 5 of their last 6, and they beat some good teams. Their last 2 games, they beat the 76ers and the Pistons. They've had a win against the Knicks in there, a win against the Warriors. So Orlando starting to play some really, really good basketball. Despite all that, I would lean Bulls plus 8.5 for nothing. I think the Bulls can snap out of it. Maybe I'm a little bit of a sucker leaning on what they did earlier in the year, but for me, I would lean Bulls or nothing. But again, probably take a pass. I think you can probably find something in-game that's a little bit better. Brooklyn Nets hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Now the Hornets are laying 4.5 on the road. 228.5 is the total. 69% ticket count, 75% of the handle going over. 31% ticket count, 25% of the handle going under. When you look at the Hornets here, they're taking 58% of ticket count, equaling 59% of the money. 42% of ticket count, equaling 41% of the money on the Brooklyn Nets here. Injury report for tonight: Grant Williams, Pat Connaughton, he is out. Josh Green is out. Terrence Mann for the Brooklyn Nets, he's questionable tonight. Cam Thomas is out, obviously. Michael Porter Jr. for the Nets is probable to go with that back. So that's a big if they can get him there. Despite all that, I like the Hornets money line. I also like the Hornets laying 4.5. I think you can also look at taking the Milwaukee Bucks with the Charlotte Hornets in a money line parlay, get you minus 109. I think you can get across the finish line with that guy. Utah Jazz hosting we'll skip that one. We'll come back to it. Clippers at the Miami Heat. The Heat are laying 6.5 over under 235.5. 37% of ticket count, 75% of the handle to the under. 63% of ticket count, 25% of the handle to the over 235.5. Now, as far as the spread's concerned, Miami laying 6.5, 58% of ticket count, 47% of the handle. 42% of ticket count, 53% of the handle is on the Clippers. This Clipper team, just an absolute dumpster fire. They're 1-5 ATS their last 6, 1-7 straight up their last 8. But Miami might be just what the Clippers need. In the last 5 meetings with the Heat, they're 4-1 straight up and 4-1 ATS. But this maybe isn't the same Miami team. They're 6-1 their last 7, 9-2 straight up their last 11 games are the Miami Heat. But again, when the Heat have played at home and hosted the Clippers, Clippers are on an 8-0 ATS run. The over between these two teams is cashed 9 of the last 13. Now, your injury front, Bogdanovich out, Derek Jones is out. You're supposed to have Kawhi tonight. Again, we'll always see on that. Jaquez questionable tonight with the groin injury. That'll be big for the Miami Heat. And Kashad Johnson, he's questionable, had an illness. Heat 13-7 straight up, 12-8 ATS. They're 9-2 at home, as to where Clippers 2-8 on the road. Now, these two teams played back November 3rd in LA. Miami got out of there with a 1-point win. The Clippers, again, they've lost 4 in a row: Dallas, Memphis, LA, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last time out on the floor 2 nights ago, the Heat lost 138-135 in a good game with the Pistons. Before that, they had been on a 6-game winning streak. Call me a sucker. I like the 8-0 ATS the last 8 in Miami. The fact that you're getting 6.5, I'll go ahead and bet the Clippers tonight. Misery loves company. I'll take the Clippers plus 6.5. I'm going to lay the money line parlay with the Hornets and Bucks. Those are going to be my 2 plays for tonight. Moving on, we got the Utah Jazz and the Houston Rockets. We were talking about Rockets laying 12.5 on the road, 233.5 is the total. 67% of ticket count, 85% of the handle going over. 33% of ticket count, 15% of the handle going under. Now, as far as the spread goes, little discrepancy, but not enough that makes me jump out of my seat. 58% of ticket count equaling 48% of the handle on the Rockets. 42% of ticket count equaling 52% of the handle there on the Jazz. Jazz 6-3 ATS the last 9 meetings with the Rockets, believe it or not. Houston, though, 8-1 straight up their last 9, 4-1 ATS their last 5, as to where the Jazz have only won 1 time out in their last 6. Utah has also played to the over 7 of their last 9 games, and 4 of the last 5 matchups between these two teams has went to the over as well. Now, your injury front tonight, Rockets 13-4 straight up, 8-2 on the road. Rockets 12-5 against the number. Finley Smith, he was out last night. Looks like he's going to be out again tonight. Eason is out as well. Kevin Love for the Utah Jazz. He was out due to rest. Obviously, back-to-back game. We'll see if Love gets to go tonight. Niang still out. When you look at this, these two teams, again, just played last night in Utah. Utah lost that game 129-101. Rockets on a 3-game winning streak. They played last night in Utah. Now they're right back. Listen, just because of spots, I'll take the Jazz plus 12.5. When you're back-to-back nights in the same arena, I'll take the team that lost. The fact I'm getting 12.5, not a full unit. I'm just going to do a half unit, but I'll take the Utah Jazz plus 12.5 on the pre-flop. Denver Nuggets laying 11.5. Getting 60% ticket count, 52% of the handle. Dallas Mavericks 40% ticket count, 48% of the handle for them. Dallas 4-12 straight up their last 16. Denver 6-2 straight up the last 8 games against the Dallas Mavericks. Denver 9-4 ATS over their last 13. The Nuggets 11-3 straight up their last 14 overall. Injury front for tonight. You got Strother, who's still out. Jokic, he's probable to play tonight. He's been battling that left wrist sprain. Aaron Gordon, obviously out for extended period of time. AD is probable to go tonight. Lively is out. PJ Washington, he's questionable with the ankle. And then Gafford, he is doubtful tonight, so might as well rule him out. The big one here will be, is AD going? If AD's going, I'll take the Mavs plus 11.5. If I got AD, Flagg, and Thompson, Klay Thompson, then I'll take them plus 11.5. If I don't have an AD, then I'm not. It just kind of depends on where that falls. But right now, no play. Always keep up on your injury stuff. I know it's really hard. That's why I say NBA pre-flop is so hard anymore. In games really where it's at. But pre-flop, I do like the Hornets Bucks money line parlay minus 109, and I am going to take a shot with the Clippers plus 6.5. Then all those are single unit. Then a half unit play on the Utah Jazz plus 12.5. Phoenix Suns catching 4.5 at the red hot Lakers. Lakers getting 66% of ticket count, 38% of the handle. 34% ticket count on the Suns, 38% of the handle. Suns 10-3 ATS over their last 13. They're 9-4 in that stretch, and they're 4-2 their last 6 matchups with the Lakers. Lakers, on the other hand, 7-game win streak. The under between these two teams head-to-head is cashed 6 of the last 7. The under is cashed 4 of the last 6 for the Suns as well. Lakers 11-4 ATS over their last 15 games. Lakers have been so red hot, man. And LeBron, kudos to him. He hasn't messed up the chemistry in this. Suns 12-9 straight up, 13-7-1 ATS. Lakers 15-4 straight up, 13-6 straight up. Lakers 7-2 at home. These two teams have yet to play this year. Phoenix back-to-back losses to OKC and Denver. Now they're in LA. LA played last night 133-121 over the Pelicans. This is a wait and see for me. If I'm looking at the game, Marcus Smart is looking like he's going to be out. LeBron, he didn't play last night because of his foot. Let's see what happens with him tonight. And Dayton, he exited the game last night. I would say DeAndre Ayton's out. I would say Smart's out. LeBron, I don't know if he'll go here. Now, Livers is out for the Suns. I actually would look Suns here. If it goes up to like a 5.5, I would need to begin at least 5 to get the Suns. But also in game, I think Phoenix can give the Lakers a run here. Phoenix has been playing such good basketball. Again, we'll go though with just these plays: half unit Jazz plus 12.5, full unit Clippers plus 6.5, full unit Hornets Bucks money line parlay minus 109 line. Click that like, hit subscribe. Break the Board Sports, where we give you stats, trends, and information to help you become a better handicapper. God bless and happy handicapping.